Crank the mic.
Greetings. Here we go. Wednesday. Let's get excited. Happy Wednesday, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope you're good. Hope we're kind of getting back in the swing of things after the holiday. We'll wait a couple minutes, get some people on board here. Pretty good forecast here again today, so dive in and take a look. Hey, Joe. Good morning. Live look at the zoo. I'd have to imagine they're going to be starting to set up for a Zubu here pretty soon. I don't know exact dates of when that starts, but it's coming up pretty soon, though. September 25th is when Zubu will start. So there you go. Getting closer. Getting closer. Pretty nice around the area here this morning. Kind of into the mid-50s. Plainfield, Fishers, Greenfield all sitting in the mid-50s. Hey, Mary Bo Baker Miller from Richmond. It's still a little crisp up north. We got some upper 40s around Kokomo and Muncie. Mid-50s around Richmond and Shelbyville, Indianapolis. So yeah, not a bad start here this morning. I wanted to skip ahead a little bit before we actually get to. You know what? I don't want to do that. Let's talk about where we're going today first, and then we'll go back. Good day today. It is going to be noticeably warmer. We hit 76 for a high yesterday. I'm going to go 84 later this afternoon. Sunny. It's going to be a little more humid, but it's not going to be super high humidity, not like last week. But it does put us back to above average temperatures. Normal high is around 82, so we're back to above average. Okay. I think mid-80s are going to be common across most of the state today. Winds aren't going to be a big issue. About 83 up right in South Bend. Not much warmer down around Louisville, sitting at 86. So pretty warm. No problems tonight. It's mainly clear. Lower 60s here in Indy, which is a little more mild than the past couple of mornings. And I think more important than that it'll probably be about that mild in other areas too. So not going to see those low and mid 50s on the way. Tomorrow's going to be the real hot day here. I got 89 for a high. I got dew points in the mid 60s. So it is going to be a little more uncomfortable tomorrow compared to where we've been the last couple of days. All right. I do think there'll probably be some areas that may get tagged with the 90s. You have to go way down south for that. I think mid and upper 80s will probably be a little more common across most of the state here for Thursday afternoon. And again, with the higher humidity, you may have feels like temperatures kind of hanging out in the lower 90s, but not much more than that. We're not going to be talking about, the excessive heat like we did, close to 100-degree heat indices like we had last week. That's not going to be the case here. Rain chance. Now this heat is pretty short-lived. We got a cold front that'll be coming through here probably Friday afternoon. I know this is going to sound similar a little bit to what we experienced last Friday. If you're a high school football parent, you know that was problematic for a lot of high school football games. I don't think that that's going to be the issue this week because I don't think there's going to be much thunder. There's not a lot of instability in the atmosphere where we're going to be dealing with some of that juice and some of the lightning strikes and delays. In fact, most of this rain is going to be relatively light. And honestly, it could be out of here before game times anyway. This may be going to be like an afternoon event. I did want you to notice, though, this big rush of cooler air that's diving in, right? Back behind the cold front. And so just like what we experienced over Labor Day weekend, we had the multi-rain chances for Friday and then again on Saturday, and then we had a secondary boundary come through Sunday and then give us that shot of cooler air. That's what's going to happen here, except for you're not going to get that 1-2 punch of rain. It's just kind of a quick hitter on Friday. The winds are going to ramp up quite a bit. All right, so this is Friday night into Saturday morning. And our gusts likely will peak right around 10, 11 o'clock midnight in that time frame as that cold front is moving out. And gusts could be around 25, maybe 30 miles per hour. So there's going to be kind of this brief little stretch as the winds will turn and coming out of the north and west. So it is going to get a much, much cooler feel here. Let me show you what we're looking at in the 7-day forecast. So 89 tomorrow, 80 on Friday with a chance of showers, and then we don't even make it out of the 60s, I don't think, on Saturday. And then the numbers are going to be pretty cool Sunday morning. Look at the low, down to 47, and then a high of 73 on Sunday. Colts game right now. Tailgating temperatures, I don't have that in here specifically, but you're looking at probably 9 or 10 a.m. Temperatures are going to be in the low 60s if we're lucky that early. But, I mean, look, kickoff temperatures are going to be around 70, mid-70s through around 5 o'clock as people are getting ready to leave. I don't make the call when it comes to opening the roof, but there are zero signs telling me that there's no reason why that roof shouldn't be open. So looks really good, I think, for Sunday. Winds aren't going to be a tremendous issue, so weather will not be the reason if the roof is not open, I would venture to guess. That's just what I see from what we're looking at right now. And then we bounce back to around 80 on Monday and mid-80s on Tuesday. We got a pretty dry stretch here coming up. In fact, we might be kind of entering a drought stage. I can talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. But we're running kind of dry. We did get some beneficial rain in some areas over the start of the weekend, this last weekend, but we're still behind now because much of August was very dry. So there are a lot of parts of the state that are now kind of starting to develop a drought in the next 2 weeks or so. Doesn't look real promising for rain. Kimberly, Brent, Braden, Rosemary, what's up? Good morning. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, happy to take them. We got a little bit of time here. I was going to talk about the drought conditions. Let me go find this. I had a few things that I posted earlier. Did I save anything? I did. I'm going to go ahead and go back and we can talk about this. So this is the drought monitor. This gets released every Thursday. And it has a lot of our state in what is called a abnormally dry. Think of it kind of like a watch. We're not in a drought yet, but we're close in the areas in yellow. All right? And kind of, so I can zoom in a little bit. I mean, Indy technically is not included in it. If you get in real tight, the Western Metro is. Much of Western Indiana is. Southwestern Indiana. And then if you go up into northeastern Indiana up here, so this is up around Hartford City, and Portland, Wells County, southern Allen County, southern parts of Fort Wayne. This is actually a moderate drought in that tan. They're a lot worse off when you get into, say, like Ohio and West Virginia. That's like severe, exceptional, extreme drought that's going on there. Luckily, we've missed out on that. Okay? The 30-day rainfall deficit, it's actually not horrible in Indianapolis. It's about, 2/3. We're down 2/3. It's not awful. It's a little worse when you get down to Louisville. They're down about 2.5, about 2 inches in Nashville. Southern Indiana's a little bit worse off than the rest of the state over the last 30 days. But where this doesn't look promising is this is the 8 to 14 day outlook. And I already showed you in the 8 day, the only rain chance that we have is Friday. And it doesn't really provide us with much rain, if anything. 1/10 of an inch, maybe. And that's all I have for rain through next Tuesday. And then you go beyond that, the 8 to 14 days. So this takes you through the middle of the month. There are some pretty strong signals of below average precipitation. So I would say that you do have some drought conditions that are starting to build a little bit. So, hi Linda from Connorsville, good checking in. Kimberly's going to French Lick this weekend. Looks like it's gonna be a good weekend for that. Absolutely. So, yeah. So that's kind of the in-depth about the dry conditions. I know it's not horrible news. I know harvest time is going to be kind of creeping up here fairly shortly, but we don't want to damage too much. I'm not going to pretend that I'm a farmer, no. What everybody needs at this point in the game, but it is good weather for golf, Margaret. It is. Might try to sneak out. This is my kind of season to play. I mean, I'll play whenever, but I like the nice crisp mornings where you have to kind of have a long sleeve shirt and warm up in the afternoon. Low humidity. That's the good stuff right there. Yep. Anybody got questions or comments, concerns, complaints? Complaints can be directed to Tara Hastings.
What? What'd I do?
I heard you guys just little gib-gabbing over there over my shoulder. My ears were ringing.
That is not
Hey,
me.
Sharon. Thanks for checking in. Good morning.
Hi, Sharon.
I can put the 8 day back up, or 7 day, extended. And again, I mean, it's a pretty good looking forecast here. Can't really complain too much about it. Again, I mean, like, we do need the rain. That's the one downside I would say about it. We're running pretty dry, and Friday's rain just probably isn't going to do it. But very pleasant this weekend. I got some yard work I need to do on Saturday, so it looks like a no sweat type of day. That's a good thing. No sweat type of day on Saturday.
Oh yeah, no.
Not even gonna make it out of the 60s.
You only need one shirt.
Yeah. Hey Jake, good morning. So yeah, that's all I got, guys. If you got any questions, I'll stick around for a couple minutes. Otherwise, we'll probably call it. Also, a friendly reminder, I know I mention this every day, but we also stream on YouTube. If you are more of a YouTube person than a Facebook person, we do that. Eventually, we're going to get on X. I'll figure that out at some point on how to stream on all three at the same time. Who knows? Maybe I'll get TikTok going, maybe Instagram. We'll stream on all the things, right? We will be worldwide everywhere. LinkedIn, MySpace. I don't even know if you can do that anymore. Doesn't even exist anymore. How early will the showers start on Friday? Will they come earlier in the day or later in the day? Brianna, we're still a few days out, but I feel that, let me, hang on, stand by. I will kind of provide you with, so one of our high resolution, I can show you the kind of a higher resolution model, and then I'll show you kind of low res model, because our high res just doesn't go out quite far enough yet. So let me speed this up. Well, you know, actually it doesn't do a bad job now. So I'm going to start this. Let's go Friday. Let me split screen it for you. Here we go. And so that's Friday. I'm just going to kind of ease through it here manually. So started at midnight. So that's 7 o'clock in the morning. Maybe some spotty thunderstorms, showers. I don't think we're going to get much thunder. Then you got a line kind of developing along the front up in northern Indiana in the morning. We'll skip ahead to lunchtime. I think that's when we could start to see some of these showers here in at midday. And may solve the rain around dinner time, but I think it's more, I-69 corridor and southeast of there by 5 p.m. And I think, clear of the metro and areas north by around 8 or 9. So, Brianna, you mentioned Pendleton. You have a festival. Here's the thing, and I know you may not have logged on earlier. I don't think this isn't going to be like it was last Friday where we had lightning and thunder and severe thunderstorm warnings. It's not going to be like that. This is going to be just kind of more nuisance showers than anything. So yeah, I mean, festival goers may not be excited about it, but I don't think it rains all day, even if you deal with some of the rain. So I'm not overly concerned with the rain opportunities, okay? But I'd say, to answer your question, Brianna, just be prepared for rain any part during the daytime hours. I do think it'll get better shortly after dinner time for you guys up in Pendleton. So yeah, so that's where I'm kind of leaning right now. I actually had somebody email me from St. Joan of Arc. They have their big festival this weekend on Friday too. Concerned about the rain. I think a lot of people are still thinking about Friday. Friday was a mess last week, so a lot of things got delayed or canceled or stuff like that. So yeah, no problem, Brianna. And I'll be back on here tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be able to give you a bit more of a detailed timeline. Some of the more high-resolution models will come on board here, but we still feel pretty good. There's just not a lot of moisture with this, and so I don't think it's going to be like the heavy downpours. I know this looks kind of ugly. You got the yellows and the oranges. I don't see that that's going to be a huge issue. So yeah, good question. Good question. A lot going on. I believe IU back at home again this weekend. I know Ball State's playing. Purdue is off. Notre Dame is at home. It's going to be pretty nice for tailgaters Saturday morning around college campuses here, so it should be good. And then the Colts game looks really good as well. So yeah, we should be in really good shape, guys. That's about all I got for everybody. Well, we'll go back to the 8-day end on that. So again, pretty good looking forecast here. Briefly warm today and tomorrow, but after that, you're gonna have a pretty good taste of fall coming our way this weekend. So, all right. Well, I think that's all I got, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Always appreciate the likes and the shares. Again, we also stream on YouTube, so always appreciate you guys checking that out and subscribing there. I'll keep you updated on the live streams for X and anything else that we try to venture into here. But we try to do this as long as the schedule allows, Monday through Friday between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. Just giving you a quick update. So good to have you along. Braden, thank you, sir. You too. So, yep, that's all I got. I'm going to take off, and we'll do this again around the same time tomorrow. Sheila says, a bit nippy in Newcastle. Yeah, it got down to like 48 or 49 over in Newcastle this morning. Little chilly. Maybe a little colder this weekend. So, there you go. Fall is in the air. All right, gang. We're going to call it. Have a good one. We'll talk to you on Thursday morning. Have a great Wednesday. Take care and God bless.